So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm just going to go ahead and apologize up front. I'll just go ahead and apologize up front for my real annoying voice that I have. You know, I can't really change that. It's just what I was given. So anyways, I told you guys that I would I told you guys that I would go live inside your group, right, and show you underneath a lot of my software. So let's just go do that. It's to be quite honest, I kind of have to poop a little bit, so I'm gonna try not to do that. And I'm gonna take a break and smoke cigarettes and stuff during these walkthroughs. So I don't know if I'll make it through all of these. This is my company, so I founded this company a little bit over 2.5 years ago. We have right at 40 full-time software engineers on staff now. Mostly what we do, if you were to actually go to GitHub, you won't be able to see most of this because it's all private repositories. But most of what we do is software development for other companies. As you can see, we have 252 open repositories from all the different code that we do because we work on a lot of different projects. So bunch of cool stuff. I mean, we work for fertility clinics. We've got projects that we work where they're essentially doing stem cell research. So we do all sorts of cool shit as far as a software development firm. And, in the meantime, what we do is we build out software products. So I don't know if I'll get through all of these because all of these are products of ours that we have actually built. So I don't know if I'll get through all of them, but I will go through and show you, some of the main ones that you guys are actually interested in. So this is Text in Bulk. This is essentially my baby. All right. So this software we built as to serve a business need that I have internally inside our company. So essentially, the first thing that you would do inside the software is you would go to your settings and you would essentially put in your Twilio information. So I probably should not have showed you that because I don't want you guys to have my Twilio information. But, and yes, I will most likely be able to put this, I will most likely be able to put this up on YouTube, but just so you know, I do talk pretty damn fast, all right? So what is this software all about? This software is about sending text messages, making phone calls. It's a CRM that allows you to do anything a phone would do. All right, so you could essentially start right here, buy a new number. You could search, let's say if you want to be in the 812 area code, you could search, find those phone numbers. Here's all those phone numbers. You could go in and buy one. Let's buy this one right here. 834. We're going to buy this one right here. All right. So I'm just going to select that guy and get that phone number. So now I got that phone number. And he just showed up. Where is he at? I'm pretty sure he's 812. He's right here. Okay. There's this phone number right here. I just purchased it. So let's go get him configured real quick. So whenever we configure him, we need to configure what happens whenever we get an incoming text message. Well, whenever I get an incoming text message, I want to put him through an autoresponder. Okay, so I can go in and select my autoresponder. An autoresponder is essentially like an SMS chatbot so that the software can read incoming text messages and then automatically respond to those incoming text messages. So I'm just going to choose this test autoresponder and I'm going to set up that configuration. And now this guy is ready to go. So he's all set up to receive incoming text messages now. Now we need to configure what's going to happen whenever we receive incoming phone calls. So we can receive calls right in the browser. So if you want to do that, you just hit this configure tab. You can set an intro audio. So whenever somebody calls your phone number, they'll hear that audio first, and then your phone will start ringing. You can set up call forwarding in case you're not logged into the application. You can forward to your cell phone. You can forward to multiple cell phones. You can forward this incoming call to 20 different phone numbers if you want to. That's completely up to you. You can also turn on instant call forwarding if you want to, so it never rings in the browser. And you can also set up your voicemail information, okay? You can also route incoming phone calls to an IVR. So an options menu where, people call your phone number and they're like, hey, thanks for calling ABC Company. For sales, press 1. For, customer support, press 2. For big dildos press 3. So you can create those IVRs right in the platform, which I'll show you. So you can essentially route incoming calls into an IVR, or you can route incoming calls into a conference line. That's completely up to you what you want to do with incoming phone calls. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure this. This is good enough for me to be configured. So I'm just going to enable this guy right now. And now that he's enabled, essentially I'm just going to grab this guy right here, and I'm going to go to Skype, and then I'm going to call this phone number. And you should see an incoming call coming right here. You see that incoming phone call coming right here? There's an incoming phone call. If you want to answer it, you can just hit receive. And then once you hit receive, you'll be on the phone talking to the person. You can see here's the person. Let me hang up on the person because I'm hearing myself. So here you can see there's the person. Here's all your recordings of the phone calls. Here's all the incoming text messages, outgoing text messages. You can see this is a particular contact. So what can you do to this contact? You can leave a note if you just want to leave a note about this guy, like, hey, I talked to this dude. He was a real fucking douchebag. Didn't like him. Let's ban him from our fucking secret Facebook group. You could do that right now. Just leave a note. Dude is a real douchebag. Fuck him. All right. So you could do that. You just leave that note, and it will show up right there. It's just a note. Nobody else sees it but you and the agents. You can add this guy to a different list. You can move him to a list. You can copy him to a list so that you can keep him segregated. You can see all the different lists that he's on right now. You can edit his contact information. You can assign him to one of your users. You can go in and create as many sub-users as you want in the account, and you can assign him to that guy so that that guy can, do all your sales and all that good stuff to him. You can also go in if you want, and you can send him out a text message. You can send him out an email, or you can call him, or you can also schedule a follow-up. So you can schedule up a follow-up call for 2 days from now. You can schedule a follow-up email. You can schedule a follow-up text message. So you just, here you can't do a text message. And the reason that is, if you actually look, we have this guy listed that he's actually a landline and he's not a cell phone. So if you know he's a cell phone, you can just change his status and say, hey, this dude's actually a cell phone and not a landline. And then once you actually do that, you'll be able to send a text message out to the dude. All right. So let's kind of look at the dashboard real quick. I showed you how you can quickly go in and buy a phone number. Here is that phone number right here that we just purchased. So you can add a nice name to this guy. Nice name. This nice name is so that whenever you call, like for example, if I just call this guy again real quick. If I call this guy again real quick from my Skype number, you will see right up here whenever I call this guy, he receives an incoming phone call. And you'll see that it's showing that you're receiving a phone number to this nice name, all right? So that you can keep track of what all these different phone numbers are for, so you can realize, hey, do you want to answer the phone? Do you not want to answer the phone? All right, so keep in mind at any time you can just come in here and you can change the configuration. So if you want to change the configuration so that this guy never rings in the browser, 812-722-4722, that's my Skype number. Let's add that guy in there. And then we can configure him so that he just goes to instant call forwarding. So now if I come back over here and try to call this guy again, you'll notice that he's never going to actually ring here in the browser. Just my Skype is going to get another incoming call that you'll see Skype's going to get another incoming call. And literally my Skype is getting another incoming call from my mobile phone right now. So it's the same Skype that I'm using right here, so it's just not showing up on my computer because it's literally Skype calling itself. So you can see he's no longer actually getting routed to the browser anymore. He's just getting instant call forwarded to whatever number. And you can go in if you want. You can add another phone number. So you can add, 812-820-1645. I don't know whose fucking phone number that is, but now he's actually added in, and essentially what's going to happen is whenever somebody calls this phone number here, both of these phone numbers are going to get a phone call instantly at the same time, and whoever picks up first, they win the cake. All right. So other different configurations that you have for a number, you can do an auto response. You can do a static response where you just reply to everybody with, sorry, this phone number does not accept incoming text messages, or hey, you're lucky number 5. You're just going to respond back with the same the same message to everybody, or you can not do anything. You can just accept incoming text messages. Okay, so back to the dashboard real quick. This is a pretty big software, guys, so it's kind of hard for me to go through every single thing really quick because it's a huge software. So there you can buy phone numbers. This just show you all your different lists that you have. You have all these different lists over here where you can keep people segregated. We'll go over that in a minute. So this shows you all your different lists, and if you want to add a new list or view those lists and edit them, you can go there. This shows you all your contacts in the system. This shows you all the text messages that you've had and all the phone calls that you've had. Here you can validate a phone number, 812-722-4722. You can just check to see, if a number is valid. And if it's valid, what type of phone number that it is. You can see this phone number is particularly a landline, so you can't send a text message out to this guy. You got some lead generation here. You can go in and get a list of people who've actually registered new domains recently. So anybody who's registered a new domain, you can just go in and pick, hey, I want to select all the new domain registrations. That comes from another one of our softwares, which is this guy right here, which essentially allows you to go in and find all these leads of people who have actually registered a new domain. So it essentially shows you all. It's a dumbed down version of this software right here. I mean, this software gives you more information. Like it shows you that this person right here, for example, they have a total of 2,164 domains registered. So this dude's like a fucking power user buying domains. This one right here, obviously this is Dropkits. So these guys have a bunch of domains. They've got 260,000 domains registered in our platform. So anyways, get back to that one later. So this just essentially allows you to get a lead list, a list of leads that have just recently registered a domain. You'll get their first name, their last name, their email address, and the domain name that they actually registered. All that information you'll get back, and then you'll be able to go off to the races. This will actually do a Google business search. So this is another lead gen functionality that you have where you could just essentially go in, run this search. And whenever you run this search, for example, you'll get back a list like this Dallas realtor list. So essentially, I used that Google business leads, and I just searched Dallas, Texas for realtors, and I got back 185 people. So while we're here, I'll just show you. You can select all these people. Here's what a list looks like. So essentially the functions that you have on a list, SMS keywords, you can go in and actually add a keyword, like foo. Now, if a user texts your phone number the word foo, they will essentially, that user's information will essentially be added to this list. So now that gives you like an SMS opt-in keyword. Anybody who texts any of your phone numbers the word foo will essentially get added right to this list. All right. You can add individual leads if you want. If you need to add an individual to this list, you can add an individual contact. You can upload an entire list of leads if you want. If you don't know how to do that, you just download this little sample file. This sample file will show you the headers that we expect. So as long as you give us as long as you essentially just go in and do this and give us a file with this format right here, we'll upload all that data right into this lead list. It doesn't matter if you got a list of 50 people or a list of 50,000 people. They'll all get uploaded in here, okay? We do ask that you have permission to contact these people. However, just for the record, this is just a checkbox that actually does nothing other than whenever Twilio asks us if we have a way to ask our users if they have permission to contact people, we can essentially do something like this and just like take a screenshot and be like, yeah, our users are forced to tell us that they have permission to contact people. What does it do in the platform? Absolutely nothing. If you check this, if you don't check this, it doesn't do anything. It's just like a way to cover our ass when Twilio tells us that one of our users are actually, abusing the law. So this, you can download our Android application. If you go to play.google.com, and then you just search text in bulk, you'll see that we have a pretty little Android application. Pretty sure we have a pretty little Android application right here. You can see all the different applications built by our company because that's what we are. We're a software firm and we build a lot of fucking software. So you can download this application right here anyways. So this application, essentially, you can download this. Your friends can download this. Anybody in the world can download this application. Essentially, when they download this application, we're going to ask them for a code. And every one of your lists has a code. They can just put that code into the application, and then it will pull all the contacts from their phone, pre-select everybody, and they can go deselect whoever they want, and then they can just hit share, and all their contacts from their cell phone will be automatically imported into this list where you can do whatever you want with them. So you can export all this data if you need to export it and, you know, put it into somewhere else. You can export it, or obviously if you want to delete the list, you can delete the list. All right, what else can you do for a list? You can see green phone numbers are cell phones, blue phone numbers are landlines, yellow phone numbers are voice over internet provider, commonly known as VoIP, i.e. Twilio, Pilvo phone numbers. So yellow phone numbers are VoIP phone numbers, and red phone numbers are just invalid phone numbers that just are not valid phone numbers. So, anyways, what you can do, you can select people, you can select all these guys. You can see, you know, I don't have any other names because this is, like I said, I kind of deviated over here whenever I was on the dashboard and I was actually showing you this Google Business Leads. Essentially what I did is I typed in Dallas, Texas, and I put in realtor, all right? And then I gave some list name and gave some description, and I hit search. You can also add these guys to a campaign. I'm going to show you a campaign in just a second. It's like a drip campaign. It allows you to do a drip, a follow-up sequence, a drip sequence, and you can do emails, text messages, and live phone calls in that drip sequence. Like I said, a pretty big software, does almost everything. So that's at Google Leads, and that's how I got this list of realtors right here. That's why these guys don't have any first name here, because they're businesses and they have a company name. All right. So you can select all these guys. You can add them to any of your campaign if you want. You can just go in and add them to that campaign if you want. You can call them all. If you call them all, what you're going to do is you're going to upload an audio and call them with a pre-recorded audio. You can select from a pre-recorded audio template that you've created in the system. So you can go in, and I'll show you in a second. You can create templates, SML templates, audio templates, and email templates if you're going to reuse the same garbage marketing material over and over again. I don't have any clue about the marketing stuff because I'm a software engineer and I don't really care so much about marketing, if you guys haven't been able to tell by my personality so far. So you can also do an outbound IVR. We're going to go over IVRs in just a second, but an IVR is an options menu. So, for example, I have an IVR that's like, yo, hey, this is John. We had a call scheduled for now. If you want to jump on the call right now, press 1. If you want to reschedule for later, press 2. If you don't want to talk to me anymore, press 3. All right? So you can essentially create those IVRs right in the platform, and you can send them as outbound phone calls. You just select the IVR. You can see I've got one called outbound IVR, and you select the phone number that you want your people to receive. You can schedule all these things for now, or you can pick a later date if you want to. And this essentially, this later date is going to be a relative local date. All right. So essentially, if you schedule something for April 10th at 9 a.m., it is going to be sent relative to the area code of the phone number during their time zone. So if you've got people whose phone number is EST, they're going to receive at 9 a.m. EST. If you've got people whose phone number comes from an area code that resides in a PST time frame, they're going to receive it in PST. You can also record audio right here on the fly if you want to. So you can just record your audio. Hey, this is my stupid audio that I'm going to send to these people. All right. And then you can just hit this create button and everybody else will get a phone call. You can also right here also send out a text message to the people at the same time if you want to. You can put them in a browser dialer. Whenever you put them in a browser dialer, essentially what you're going to do is you're going to give a disposition time, let's say 60 seconds. You're going to pick a phone number and you're going to hit call. Once you do that, we're going to call this first person. We're going to connect with them. You're going to talk to them. Once you're done talking with them, it's going to hang up, and you're going to have 60 seconds before the next call will automatically dial so that you can leave a disposition and you can leave a note. All right. You can also send a bulk SMS to all these people if you want to. You have all these keywords that you can put in, like you can say, hey, F name, did you hear John Vaughn is a huge douchebag? All right, so you could essentially do that if you want to, and you can send all this out. Let's pick a phone number. Let's send all that out to all these people. All right, I'm not actually going to send anything to anybody that I'm a douchebag. So you can also send out a multimedia message if you want as well. So you give your image file, any text that you want to go in, send that out. You can also send out a bulk email. None of these people do I have their email address, though, so I can't send out an email in bulk. I'd have to go somewhere else. Let's say if I come somewhere, let's say text in bulk affiliate leads. These guys, I could essentially send out a bulk email to these guys because I have their email address. And you can do the same thing. You can select an email template if you have one. You can move these guys or copy them from one list to another. You can assign them to one of your sub-agents that works for you, or you can delete them if you want to. If you click on any, so you can also filter, and let's say you want to find, here's 235 leads. If you want to find people that only have cell phones, you can filter down just by cell phones. And, you know, just only get the cell phone users. There's 152 of them. You can click on these guys. Whenever you click on these guys, you'll see any contact history that you've had with them. None of these people have I had contact history with, all right? But you can do all the same things here. Add a note, see what list they're on, add them, copy them to a list, edit them, assign them to somebody, add them to a campaign, delete them. You can see their entire chat history. You can filter the chat history just by one of your channels or one of your phone numbers in case for some reason you're talking to the same lead on 4 different phone numbers and you want to keep your damn conversations right. You can, I used to do that actually. Whenever I first started this company, I would contact these domain leads and try to sell them web services over text message. And I would contact them from like 5 different pseudo companies. And, you know, the first 4 or 5 companies, I would get to understand what they want to purchase, what their budget is and stuff. That way, when I contacted them from the last phone number, I'd know so much information about them and I could keep everything straight because I could just go in and actually filter by each channel and see the conversation that's unique to that particular phone number instead of seeing everything. All right. So like I said, you can text this person, email them, call them, or schedule a follow-up with them. You can follow up by phone call, follow up by email, follow up by SMS. That way, if you're on the phone with this guy and he's like, you know, call me in 2 days, you can just schedule a follow-up call and schedule it for 2 days with your outbound IVR, your call scheduler that says, hey, this is John. We had a call scheduled. If you want to continue with the call, press 1. If you don't and you're no longer interested, press 2 or whatever. All right. So back to the dashboard, since I showed you a list, kind of made you understand the Google Business leads and what that is. These are geographic leads. So, for example, if you want to search in Scottsburg, Indiana, let's say. If you want to search Scottsburg, Indiana, let's say mobile phone numbers for Scottsburg, Indiana, you can just run a search. And look, here you get back. If you want to target Powertel, Kentucky, this is AT&T, and this is Singular, okay, or this is Verizon. So essentially, you can click this, you can create a new list, and what are you going to get? You're going to get back every single Singular wireless cell phone number in Scottsburg, Indiana, if there's some reason you want to target an area. This works great. I've done it before to create mass panic in Scottsburg because that's where I'm from, and I've done this and selected all of these guys and essentially sent out a bulk text message to ask, are you going to go to school today? Got investigated by the police for that because they thought I was going to do a bomb or something. Probably one of the dumbest fucking things that I've done. I did, however, if you were to actually go to Facebook, and you were to go to facebook.com, if you ever heard of that website, it's a pretty good one. And if you were to go to John Vaughn right here, and if you were to go actually look at these reviews right here, I did use this software. If you were to look and go down and down and down and look at all these, you'll see a bunch of them. I use the software essentially to generate a shit ton of 5-star reviews for my page. You would see, you know, thanks for your help letting me know about my domain being public. Great service that you help provide protection to those who are unaware. Good guy, very helpful. Provided me with some quick feedback about domain registration. Service-minded and answers in an instant. Texted me to help me out of the view. Very thoughtful. I actually have a case study that you can find on YouTube, and essentially all I would do for like 8 days, I generated like 200 5-star reviews and got about 12 paying clients. And literally all I would do is go into this domain leads. Every day I would generate a list of people who just registered domains and they're public. And I had a template text message that said, hey, whatever your name, whatever your first name is, I see that you just registered website and your domain registration is public and it's being sold. If you want information on how to make it private, just reply back to this message and I can help you out. And they would reply, and I have an autoresponder. So let me just show you those autoresponders. You can create a new autoresponder, and let's say I can say domain leads. Let me spell it right. And let's give some description to help poor schmucks privatize their domains because they didn't know they had to. I can't spell, but anyways, here's our autoresponder. So now I just created that autoresponder, so I could go in essentially. I could go, and this is an autoresponder. So in an autoresponder, what this does is it essentially allows me to create a text message bot. Pretty much. I can add something. How do I make it? Can you help me? How to get it private? Make it private. I can help you make your domain private. Who did you register the domain with? All right. You can also include an action. Your actions are essentially you can delete this lead. You can copy them from the list that they're on to another list. You can move them from the list that they're on to another list. So you can have like a cold leads list, and then somebody could be like, could you tell me more about your pricing? And you could just have a keyword in here, pricing. Right? And they could be like, could you tell me more about your pricing? That would trigger this auto response, which would trigger this message being automatically sent back to them. And you could move them from the cold lead list to the warm lead list if you want to. You could also add them to a campaign, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And you could also trigger a Zap so that you could send all the information that you have about this user to Zapier, and you could trigger whatever workflow that you want in Zapier. All right. So, there's that message. For example, I could add another one. Who are you? Who is this? What is your name? Who am I talking to? Who this? Who this? For the eubonic motherfuckers. This is the douchebag John Vaughn. I'm not going to give my name in case anybody actually messages me. All right, so you get the point of this autoresponder. So this autoresponder will go in and answer your text messages for you, so that if you decide that you got some list of 5,000 people and you want to send them out a bulk text message and they all start text messaging you back and you have no way to answer incoming text messages from 5,000 people, you can set up your autoresponder. And then once you set up your autoresponder, like I showed you, it's really easy. You can go to your dashboard, or you can go to Number Management, and you can just find your phone number. This is the one that we just purchased on this demo, and you can just go in and link up the autoresponder. All right. Now, anybody that sends an incoming text message to this phone number, all their incoming text message will be routed through the logic of this autoresponder, and it will automatically send them out a message. To answer your question, Michael, no, you cannot add a delay to the response, but I tell you what you fucking could do. You could get inside the software. You could click this little button right here. You could click chat now, and then You could just do something like this. You could say, you know, feature request. And you could just see here is our project management tool that we use. So you can see, and this is just going to solidify to you guys, I'm not no sucker. I may be a douchebag. I may be a rude asshole. I will admit to that. And I will also tell you that if you call me an asshole or a douchebag, it is not actually going to hurt my feelings whatsoever. But I am not some smuck. If you look here, these are ongoing software development projects that we have at Tier 5. I will show you my favorite one if you want to see my favorite one. This one right here. This is my favorite one. This is like my favorite project that we're working on right now. So this is a pretty complex site. It's called pantybay.com. It's for one of my clients. As you can imagine, it is a live streaming porn website in which you can get girls to take off their clothes and then physically mail you their panties when they are done. Pretty cool fucking site. That's this one right here, P-Bay. Anyways, these are all the software projects that we have going on as a software development firm. Here's text in bulk right here, and you can see in here, somewhere in here, you see customer reported bugs. Here's a customer reported bug, so let's check this out. So my point is, you can go in here. What feature would you like to request? I would like you to add a delay in the auto responder so that I could, for example, say wait 69 seconds before responding with my auto response. So that is something that you can do. If you have any feature request whatsoever, you can just tell my little chat bot, and my little chat bot will tell me. Actually, it won't tell me. It will ping my developers, and then we'll go in and prioritize them. We'll go in and prioritize them with the other tasks that we have inside the platform. So you can see, let's just look here. We started using Teamwork about a year ago, and you see the total time logged on this software project, 2,500 hours logged on this software project, because it's a pretty complex software. So if you want to report bugs, if there's a bug, if God forbid you have any issue, you just hit help, and the bot will help you, and you can just say, hey, I want to report a bug. If you need help using the software because this tutorial wasn't enough, you could just click using the software, and you can go through all these, for example, get started. You can go through all these tutorial videos. Each of these is essentially a video that gives you a walkthrough exactly how to do what you need to do. All of these you can also find on youtube.com. That's youtube.com. So anyways, these are all here if you want that. So essentially, what else is on the dashboard? We have a native integration with Facebook lead ads. So if you're actually running ads in Facebook and you're running lead ads, then we can be your target CRM. So you can just go in, log in with Facebook. Once you log in with Facebook, it takes about 30 seconds, obviously, to log in with Facebook, because what we do is once you log in with Facebook, we essentially grab Facebook, we grab all your Facebook pages, we find out which pages do you actually have an active lead form for, and we only show you those pages. We're not going to show you pages that you don't have any lead forms for, because there's nothing you can do with those pages. So here's a page that I've got apparently 3 lead forms, and then you can essentially just create a list right here. You can sync all your previous leads, even though I had no leads because I suck at freaking marketing, if you can't tell. You can sync those previous guys, and you can also add everybody to a campaign so that as somebody fills out your Facebook lead form, they're automatically added into this list that you just actually created, and then they're automatically added to your campaign that I'm going to show you in a second. All right, so that's pretty much all of the dashboard. I kind of showed you the list already. Contacts is about the same as a list. It just shows all your contacts. Number management, this is where you can actually go in and buy a new phone number if you want, and it's where you can go in and actually manage the settings of your manage the settings of any of your numbers. You can go in and decide what happens whenever you get an incoming text message, what happens whenever you get an incoming phone call. Templates, this is where you can create templates in the system. So you can create an SMS template that you can use easily. You can just, whenever you go send out your bulk text message, you can just pick from any of these templates. You can create audio templates, and you can create email templates. That way, if you want to send out bulk audio calls, bulk emails, you want to send out bulk text messages, you can just pick from the templates that you've already had. Here's where you build your IVRs. If you want to build an IVR, for example, here's an outbound IVR. Here's an IVR. Essentially how this works is a user calls your phone number and you have this IVR attached to your phone number. They're going to hear this audio. It looks like you're waiting for some text input where they're going to, mash a button on their phone. If they hit option 1, you see this is step 1, option 0. This is step 2, option 1. This is step 2, option 2, step 2, option 3. So step 1, they're going to hear this audio, and then they're going to give some text input. If they hit option 1, they'll hear this audio, and then they'll be forwarded to, where will they be forwarded to? Looks like they'll be forwarded to this phone number right here. All right. If they hit option 2, they'll hear this audio, and it looks like nothing will happen. You'll just disconnect the phone call. If they hit option 3, they'll hear this audio, and then it looks like you're going to send out a text message to them that says reply unsubscribe to the bot, because this actually happens if you go into my chat bot and you say, call me, then essentially you'll automatically get a call because there's a Zapier integration that allows that to happen really easily. So anyways, this is the IVR builder. You can easily go in and create an IVR. I'm going to show you how easy it is. So LTD demo for shits and giggles. So here's my new IVR. Let me just change this playback device here to that guy so that you can hear this. Let me go create this IVR real quick. Let me create my first step. I don't have any audio, so I'm going to record an audio. This is the first audio that you're going to hear when you call the IVR. Hopefully you know what that's for. I'm going to get some numeric input. All right, so here's an option. I'm going to add an option number 1, for example. If you hit option 1, and I'm going to record some audio here. You don't have to if you don't want to. So great, you hit option 1. I'm just going to ask you for another option in just a second. So here, I'm going to ask you for some more numeric input. And then here, I can add options under here. This is going to be option 57. And great, this is option 57. This is where I tell you that I love you because you're awesome and I don't want to be a dickhead. And here you can essentially hang up the phone by picking none. You could ask him for some more numeric input. If for some reason you want more numeric input, you could forward them to another phone number. You could put them into voicemail, or you can send them out a text message. That's completely up to you. So I'm going to forward them to my phone number. All right. So now we've got this IVR right here called LTD demo. So let's come over here to our dashboard and let's find this guy that we just purchased right here called Nice Name. And then hopefully you guys can see that this is pretty damn easy. And it's not like some bullshit software, right? It's like a real software that's been professionally developed, and it's pretty damn complex. So now I've got this enabled here. So now if I just come in here and call this guy, I'm going to get routed into the IVR. You're going to see it's not going to ring. This is the first audio that you're going to hear when you call the IVR. There you go. Let's hit option 1. Now dude's going to hit option 1, and you're going to go to option 1, whatever option 1 was. There's option 1. Let's hit option 57. Then he's going to go to option 57. You see that I just created the IVR in literally like 45 seconds. I love you. I love you. I fucking love you. You're so awesome. Just kidding. Anyways, you can see how easy that was. That was really easy. Now my phone's ringing because he's getting forwarded. So you can see I created the IVR literally in like 45 seconds and then went and configured this guy. You don't want people getting routed into the IVR anymore. Just enable this and you can receive the calls in the browser again. Want them to go into a conference line, you can configure them into a conference line. That's completely up to you. All right, let's disable that. Yeah, that's right. So what else is there? Oh, widget management. So, for example, you're able to create these things right here. This is a cool freaking feature, to be quite honest. This is a really cool feature. So, if you look right here on this website, you see this little thing right here. All right, you see that thing right there, this little button right there. Well, check it out. If I turn this off and I reload this page, you see little button's no longer there anymore. Little buttons disappears. So let me turn that thing back on. And then let's reload this page. And you'll see little button just is there again. It says call or text us now. You click it. All right. Your person, this goes on your website. It's literally one line of code. It goes on your website. Essentially, here's what you can do. You can add a new form, and then you'll just be taken to something that looks just like this. You give the website you want it on. You give your logo file, which is this file right here. You can give your logo. You give a description, which is this guy right here. You essentially assign the users that are actually going to be able to accept these incoming phone calls or text messages. You give me the SMS content that you want to send to this user. You want to let this user know that they've got a new lead coming from some website. You give me the audio that you want this user to hear whenever they get a new phone call request. You can tell me, hey, do you want to call everybody at once, or do you want to call everybody one after another in like a round robin mechanism? That's up to you. You can turn on SMS notifications. You can turn on email notifications. This is in case any of those agents that work for you, any of these guys that are supposed to be answering your sales phone calls, if they decide to fuck off all day and not answer anything, you can get notifications to your cell phone that your sales agents are garbage. And you can get emails like, hey, everybody's partying, drinking beer today. Nobody is answering the leads that are coming in from this website. All right. So then you can essentially set your schedule. So if you notice right now, you can essentially get a call right now, or you can pick from a schedule. All right. So that's because you set some schedule right here. I'm just open 24/7 because that's how I roll. So then you can decide, hey, is this going to show up on your website? Is it going to show up on your mobile device? And then whenever you're done, look, you get one little bitty tiny line of code that you're going to add to your website. And whenever you add it to your website, you get one of these. So what happens here? A user puts in their phone number. Let's say they request a phone call. Well, if they request a phone call, this person right here is now getting a phone call saying, hey, well, they're getting a phone call and they're going to hear this audio right here, which would say something like, hey, you've got a lead coming from website.com. So press 1 to talk to the lead. Your agent press 1, and now your agent and this person is connected together. If they click text me now, then essentially this person gets an incoming text message on their phone that says, hey, you got a new lead coming. It says this crap right here, whatever. Oh, sorry. It says this right here, whatever this is. It says this, and then they have a nice little link that they can just click that will essentially take them to a mobile web app, not like a native Android app, but a mobile web app, which is just a conversation thread between them and this phone number right here, where they can easily call or text message that person. So that's what this widget management is. Like I said, it allows you to create these cool little click to call. And you can customize them. If you want only a call message, then you can just customize that, and you can only do phone calls. If you want to do SMS only, you can do SMS only. If you want to do call and SMS, then you can do both. All right. You can add as many sub-users as you want. The only caveat with adding sub-users is we do require that every one of your sub-users has a dedicated Twilio phone number. So whenever you go in and actually add a new sub-user, you're going to need to pick from one of your Twilio phone numbers that is not assigned to another sub-user. So if you're going to have 50 sub-users, every sub-user needs to have their own phone number. Because if you look, and you could actually see that I've got this person right here. And if I were to go inside here, look, I'll just show you, all right? Let me just show you right now. I'm going to say this is Dick, and he is dick@head.com. And his phone number is 812-722-4722. His company name is Tier5 LLC. He works for me. His password is going to be 123456, 123456. Let me just grab that guy real quick. Now, if you use a real phone number, if you use a real cell phone number, that dude just got a text message with his login credentials so he can log into the platform. But I didn't. This guy can come in and he can essentially log in. All right, and I'm just going to show you this for the fun of it. All right, he can essentially log in 123456. Stripe customer instance has invalid ID. That's no good. Sorry about that. You weren't supposed to see that. Welcome, Dick. Leave that. If you run into that issue, all right, so just to be fully transparent, as you can see, this is a pretty fucking huge software, and we do always make improvements. We always are adding in new functionality. So sometimes stuff doesn't break, but I do have 40 engineers that work full-time on staff. If you have an issue like that, then just do me a favor. Just click this little button right here, and then just, put in help, and then just click this thing, yes, I do need some help, and just click report a bug. Just report a bug, and then just tell me of what that bug was. But I'm pretty sure what the issue is that I don't actually have any Stripe information attached to me for this actual account, because I didn't pay for my account because I got it for free because I own the company that built this shit. So let me just check this person right here and see if I get the same issue there. That just kind of bugs me a little bit. User sign out. Wrong guy. Anyways, we'll come back to that because I'm going to get so distracted. Doing that. And this is like literally the first software, and I literally still have like all of these softwares that are Tier 5 softwares that I should go through and show you guys. So I got a bunch of them. So anyways, that's what user management does. These guys essentially get a real dumbed down version of the platform. They get a very small version. And you can see that these guys have no leads assigned to them. In order for these guys to contact anybody, these agents can't just contact anybody that they want. You guys need to assign them leads, and they can only contact people that you assign. And you can see everything that they do. All right, so this brings us to kind of like the last feature. These are the campaign features. These are your drip features. All right, you can create a new campaign, or we can look at this campaign that's already created. You can see there's no users subscribed to this campaign yet. You can see the content. Once you add somebody to this campaign, they're immediately going to get a phone call. These guys are immediately going to get a phone call, and they're going to get a phone call with whatever audio that I uploaded here, all right? You can add more, and you can say, hey, immediately after that step, or, 1 day after that step, or, 2 hours after that step, that you want to send them a text message. And you can send them a text message. You can add a new text message, or you can use one of your templates, which I don't have, or you can send them an email. You can add a new email, or you can pick one of your templates, which I also don't have. or you can make a phone call. You can either use an audio or you can use an outbound IVR. All right. So those are the actual campaigns. You can add as many steps as you want. No big deal. Incoming, outgoing text messages. You can see here's all your incoming text messages. You can see the number that it's from, which one of your phone numbers they texted to. Here's all the outgoing text messages from you. You can see who the sender was, whether you did it or whether your sub agents, whether your sub users did it. You can see what phone number you sent from, what phone number you sent to. Any of these guys you can actually click on, and whenever you click on them, it's going to bring up the entire history that you have with this person. So let's say, for example, you see this blue one right here. These blue text messages just show messages that were automatically responded by the autoresponder. So this guy interacted with the autoresponder. He sent some message, yes, and I've got a keyword. If you were to actually look at this phone number right here, this live demo phone number. So if you look at this live demo phone number, you'll see live demo right here. You'll see that this guy has an autoresponder called Test hooked up to him. And if you look at this autoresponder, you see that there's a keyword yes, and there's a message, have you heard about chatbots? And you can see here that this user sent a text message to the live demo. They said, yes, it is. I don't have this number in my phone. Who is this? That has went through the autoresponder. We picked up the keyword yes, and I automatically sent them out the message, have you heard of chatbots? Same thing down here. Same exact story. All these blue ones are auto responses. Like I said, you can see if you want to call this dude right here, you can call him. Now I'm calling him. You hear the phone ringing. Not sure if you can hear the phone ringing or not. Maybe they'll pick up, but I can see their current time is 7:43 p.m. And I can see this is Steve and Debbie Dells. They're realtors. So they're not picking up their phone right now. So let me call them from a different phone number. See if they'll pick up from a different phone number. So you see how easy that is? I can do everything right here. And all these calls are recorded. I'm going to show you that in a second, and then hopefully I'll take a break to smoke a cigarette, and then I'll show you some more of these softwares. So I got a bunch more that I think you guys would really freaking like. These guys aren't answering the phone, so screw them. All right. So anyways, here's all your incoming, outgoing text messages. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Here's all the blue ones you see. Like I said, the blue ones are the ones that are automatically responded to. Phone calls, incoming, outgoing phone calls, and the recordings of the phone calls are here. All right. So same thing, you can click on these guys, and whenever you click on these guys, you're going to see the entire chat history that you've had with them. See, these are the person that I just called. Remember Steve and Debbie. Here's the 2 phone calls that I just made, recorded already, stuck in the platform. All right. Voicemails, here's all your voicemails. I haven't got any voicemails because I'm an asshole and no one wants to call me. So here's a virtual phone. If you want to call somebody, just pop in their phone number. You can call them. If you want to send a text message, just pop in their phone number. You can send a text message. If you want to send a multimedia message, you can do that as well. Over here in the settings, you will also find your Zapier information if you want to use Zapier. So I'll show you Zapier. Let's make a Zap. Let's search for text in bulk. Here's a trigger called Trigger a Zap. So this is your trigger. This thing is triggered by your autoresponder. And your autoresponder, if you noticed right here, for example, I've got an action zap. Whenever somebody sends me a text message called test zap, I'll essentially, let's say, fire this process right here. You can trigger these zaps from the autoresponder. That can actually be a trigger to trigger a workflow in Zapier. And then you also have actions, text in bulk, where you can sync a lead. You can add somebody to one of your lists. Whenever you do that, you can also add them to a campaign, or you can send a text message, or you can make an outbound IVR call. All right. So that pretty much I know has been a fuck ton of information, but this is a pretty big platform. So this is a pretty big platform. I just did a search for John. There's that guy right there. So not sure if you have any questions about this platform at all, or if you want me to move on to another one. So I'm going to light up a cigarette. If you have any questions about this platform, then really, to be quite honest, guys, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I really don't see why you guys aren't willing to pay $99 for this fucking software, quite honestly. I really have people that pay $149 a month to use the software. I've got people that, let's see, this guy pays $500 a month to white label the software to use it. This guy also pays $500 a month to white label the software and to use it. So I just don't see why you guys aren't willing to pay $99 for the software. I mean, even I gave you guys a deal in your group that if 50 people sign up, you only got to pay $49, a one-time fucking fee. Honestly, I don't see why 40 people, 50 people haven't signed up, because this software, literally, if you want to generate, I mean, if you want to do business, let's say you're selling chatbots to realtors, literally, you could just fucking get in this software. Where are you at? You just run a business search just like this. You just run a search, and guess what? You got a whole bunch of leads to actually talk to. I mean, literally right there, you just, within a couple seconds, you've got 185 leads. You guys want to see that? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Let's look and see. This is a LTD demo for shits. Anybody have a location? One-time payment, $49. If 50 people in your group of 600 people sign up, that is 100% correct. Why you guys haven't fucking jumped on it and just bought 50 licenses yourself? I've got plenty of users paying $99 a month in this software. I've got users paying $149 a month to use this software. The main thing that we have issue with is I'm the CEO of the company. I'm the founder of the company. Everybody that works at this company is a software engineer. We don't do marketing. We don't do sales content. We don't do none of that shit because we're not fucking passionate about it. We don't want to fucking sell shit. We don't want to fucking write stupid little stories about how our software really benefits people, because none of that shit's cool to us. You know what's cool to us? Building fucking software. That's cool to us. So that's the shit that we do. All right. But what location should I put in here? Let's put in Richmond. Any particular thing you want me to search for in Richmond? Any particular thing you want me to search for here in Richmond? You want to search realtors? Let's see, realtors. So you can add multiple locations if you want. You can add multiple keywords if you want. Let's just run a search. This is going to be the LTD demo list. Now, this is going to take a couple seconds, all right? This is not going to be like, bam, an instant thing, because literally what we're doing is we're going out to Google, we're searching their API, we're getting all the business listings, and we're going back. Google gives us back literally an array of business listing IDs, and then we have to iterate through that array and go back to Google, hit their API again for each and every one of those business places IDs to get the associated information back about that place, you know, i.e. the company name, the website, the phone number, the address, all that good shit that's going to be necessary for you to be able to call them. So this is going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to take more than 2 minutes, more than 3 minutes. The amount of time that it takes depends on how many search results we're actually going to get back from Google and how many people are on the server searching at the exact same time. But it's not going to take a huge amount. I mean, I guarantee you it would take you less fucking time to run this search than it's going to take you to get on Google and run the same search and copy and paste and compile your own data sheet of all these people. So you could essentially run the search, go to the bathroom, take a poop, smoke a cigarette, come back, and then be ready to go, send out a bulk text message. But like I said, you'll see, I'm just going to stay on the screen for a second and just kind of let this guy finish do what he's doing. I'm going to light my cigarette. And then once this is done, I'll move on to one of the actual next softwares here. Let's just do that. All right. And while we wait on that search, trust me, he's just sitting there searching away. He's almost done though. I'm getting a feeling that he's almost done doing his little search. We can move on to RoboContact. All right. Hey, hold up. Let's just go on here because he is done. All right. So let's go to our list and let's search that LTD demo. Looky there. You got 161 leads that you just fucking got. Done. How many of them used a cell phone? 67 of them. So 67 of these realtors you could just fucking send out a text message to right now. You could call them and do whatever you want to them. All right. So, I mean, it's totally, just for that functionality, it's literally worth the price. So why you guys haven't jumped on it, I don't freaking know. So anyways, that's text in bulk. If you've got any questions about text in bulk, you just let me know. This one's pretty cool, and it can integrate with text in bulk, meaning you can take the data from here and you can import it right into text in bulk. So in a gist, to essentially tell you what this software does, all right, this software, RoboContact, does essentially this function right here, plus a little bit more, all right? So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to go in. These are all people that are paying anywhere between $47. What's the LTD price for 1X? I'm not sure what that means. So to be quite honest, I'm kind of stupid. I'm not really sure what that means. I do know, though, somewhere in here, I've got a thing. Look, somewhere right in here. Here's an invoice. This is another one of my softwares that's up here, right there. It's this software right here that powers this. The price is set at $99. If 10 of you people go buy this, then you guys only pay $89. If 20 people buy it, you only pay $79. If 30 people buy it, you only pay $69. If 40 people buy it, you only pay $59. And if 50 or more people buy it, you only pay $49. If nobody else in the group buys it, if you're the only one that buys it, then you pay $99 if you're the only person. If 10 of you guys buy it, then it is a lifetime deal. So this is a lifetime deal. It is what you guys call an LTD, a lifetime deal. So you pay this one time, and yes, you get fucking access to this crazy-ass software for the rest of your lives until you die. So even after you die, if you're smart enough to know how to use software once you're dead. So that's up to you to figure that out. So anyways, if you're the only person that buys it, you're going to pay $99, and that's it. A one-time fee of $99 if you're the only person that buys it. If 50 people go in and buy it, there's 10 of you guys on this live video right now. If all 10 of you guys go in and buy it, you guys are only going to pay $89. If 50 people buy it, you guys will only pay $49. That's it. All right? Correct. Twilio costs are completely different. So Twilio costs are between you and Twilio. I don't get any of that money. I have nothing to do with that. So if you look at like this, pretty sure this is one of them. If you look at some of the competitors to us, these guys are only doing text messages. These guys are only doing text messages. Look at this guy. These guys are... I have to admit that they've got a fucking much prettier little sales site than I have, because these guys probably do sales and marketing and shit like that. All right. But if you look at their pricing, $29 a month, you get 250 messages. $49 a month, you get 500 messages. Look, $189 a month, you get 2,500 messages. All right. So no way to integrate with your Google number. They don't have an API. There's just no possible. If there's a way to do it, we do it, but they just don't have an API, so no possible way to do it. If you look at these guys right here, let's do the math on them. 2,500 divided by 1 189. See that? 13 cents per text message. All right. Now, with us, you just pay Twillo. So with us, let's say you pay $99 up front. All right. You pay $99. That's it. That's all you ever pay. Now, Twillo. Now, so we're going to do 189 minus 99. All right. You got $90 left over. You're going to divide that by 0.0075. Get 12,000 text messages. So, and what it costs you for 1 month in them, and they're only giving you 2,500 messages, you've bought text in bulk for life, and you get 1,200 text messages. All right. You're saying to do this the other way. So you're saying 189 minus 99 times 0.0075. That's not correct. So definitely a division. I'm pretty good at math. I have a degree in math. I've got 2 degrees from Indiana University. One of them's, they're both in computer science. One's in information technology, and the other one's in high-level mathematics. So anyways, we blow these guys out of the water in pricing. We blow these guys out of the water in fucking features. Anything you want to do in our platform, you can do it. Like I said, this platform is supported by a company we have like, we have like, oh, that I agree with you. I did do that wrong, probably. Let's say it again, 189 divided by 2,500. 7 cents per second. So that's 7 cents per text message. So literally, they're just upcharging Twillo by 10 times. So they take the Twillo price and they multiply it by 10, and that's their pricing structure. So we don't do that for our pricing model. We charge we charge an arbitrage fee to use our platform, is how I charge the rest of my users, and then you pay Twillo's data. So like I showed you, for our platform, let's say you didn't get in on an LTD, right? Let's say you didn't, which you guys are going to get in on LTD, but let's say you didn't, all right? If you took our most expensive plan, $149, you're still left with $40, and you're paying Twillo fees of that is what it costs you per text message. You're getting 5,000 text messages with our plan, and here you're only getting 2,500. All right, so definitely our plan is, I mean, our pricing model always fucking works better because we don't upcharge the SIP provider. We're just charging arbitrage fee to use fucking all of our crazy functionality and let you just pay the SIP provider their really, really low fee, which is, 0.75 cents per text message, or 1 cent per text message if you want to use a toll-free number. That's completely up to you. So our pricing model definitely works a lot better. And with these guys, you can't do any phone calls. You can't do any IVRs. You can't create an SMS chatbot. So you can't do any type of lead generation. So none of that shit can you do. You can't send out emails. You can't set up drip campaigns. None of that shit can you do in their software. So our software by far is much more powerful. So there's that. Now to move on to this, let me come into an account here that I have access to. Hey, let me log in. This is a super admin account. So this is what your guys' account would look here in this software. This is RoboContact. This is a killer software for lead generation. If you want to do any type of lead generation, this is the software to do it. Essentially what you do, all right, let me give you the rundown on this software, what this software does. This software allows you to target multiple locations, target multiple keywords, and essentially generate leads, find their websites, go to their websites, automatically submit the contact us form on their website, scrape their website for email addresses, and automatically send out email campaigns to their email addresses. That's what the software does. You can take the leads generated, you can export them, and you can import them right into text in bulk to put them on a drip campaign. If you want to do it automatically, you can do it automatically with the Zapier integration. You can essentially have a Zapier integration that takes leads from here and zaps them right into text in bulk into a campaign so that everything's automatic and you don't have to waste your sweet little fucking precious time doing anything other than a couple clicks in here. All right. After you do your initial setup, it is essentially lead gen on autopilot. So I charge, let's take a look real quick and see what users actually pay. So you can kind of get an idea of what type of deal that you're actually getting. Here are the prices that I charge. Minimum price is $47 a month, $97 a month, $197 a month, or $297 a month, okay? These are the prices that I charge my clients. All the users that you see in here already are paying one of these prices, all right? So, back to the magic. Where's that guy at? This guy right here. I do want to log in as this guy. Oh, shit, son. Just dropped my Coke. So if you want to know how to use this software, just go to the training tab. There's training that shows you how to use the entire software. And there's also a cool ebook here that teaches you how to be a naturally persuasive seller if you suck at sales. So I didn't write that. Some really smart people that I know, they wrote that shit. So anyways, it's yours for free. Plenty of training there. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to come in here, you're going to set up profiles. This would be your information. This would be your salespeople information. You're going to go in and set up profiles. You can set up profile groups and add different profiles to those profile groups. You're going to go in and set up your email messages, all right? You're going to set up email message groups, and you can put as many email messages as you want, and those email messages can also have a series of follow-up messages. For example, here's a group, and it has one message, and here's the message. You want to add a follow-up message, you can add a follow-up message, all right? I'm not going to add any follow-up messages. You're also going to add contact us messages as well, okay? So once you do that, then you're essentially going to run a campaign. Trying to see if I got some campaign that has, this one's going to be a huge campaign because you see all these locations here that I'm looking for restaurants. So that one's going to be a pretty big one. Let's look here. All right, here's one in the Netherlands for restaurants. Generate all these leads. Let's see if I can see one that's, here's Miami, Florida. All right, this one didn't actually finish processing it because I was probably doing it on a demo. But you can see essentially what happens. Here, we sent out an email and we filled out the contact us form. Here we filled out the contact us form, sent out an email, contact us form, sent out an email. Here we couldn't find a contact us form, so we sent out an email to these email addresses that we found on their website. Here we couldn't send out a contact us form. We also RoboContact is a completely separate software than Text in Bulk. That's correct. See all these softwares here? These are all softwares that I developed. So these are all softwares that either I developed or I paid my company. Well, I guess I didn't pay my company. I mean, I guess I did fucking pay my company because it's my company. So these are all softwares that I've developed with my company. So my company, I am a software engineer. I've got 2 degrees in software engineering. It's what I've been doing. I quit my job at Google about 5 years ago, and about 3 years ago, I started my own company. About 2.5 years ago, I started the second office of my company. Now we have right at 40 full-time software engineers that work for Tier 5. So all these softwares that you're seeing up here, these are all softwares that they're not the only software. They're not the only softwares that we've developed, but they are the only softwares that we've developed that we own that are in a position that we could even actually get users in. The rest of the softwares that we've developed for our clients because that's where Tier 5 actually makes all its money. We actually make all our money from people paying us to build softwares for them because we're really fucking good at building softwares. So not quite sure what the price of this is actually going to be because your admin right now is taking a look at these softwares, and he said that he's going to come up with an LTD, and he's going to structure an LTD that will be beneficial to all of us. So we'll see how that goes. I tried that once already with somebody in your group, and I just didn't feel that the LTD, because somebody else in your group, their ideal of an LTD was give you 10 licenses, give you 10 user accounts to this software, give you 10 user accounts to this software, 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 10 user accounts to this software. So essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 10, 80 user accounts for $99, and they're going to keep 50% of it. So essentially, I'm going to give each one of you guys 80 fucking accounts to my softwares, and I'm going to get $45 from it. So that was obviously a no-go for me. I'm fucking not desperate for money. I do plenty enough sales and software services by myself every single month to support our company and make a profit and have engineers building new softwares that I'm not so desperate for money that I'm going to just fucking give you 80 user accounts to these softwares and only get 50% of $99, because that's a huge benefit for you guys. Great. But I don't really get much benefit in that. Trust me, it's going to cost me more than fucking $50 to go in and answer all your questions and fucking set up user accounts for all the different emails when you guys want to go resell that it's just, I'm going to lose money giving you guys that software. So there's no fucking way I'm going to do that. So, I can't really tell you what LTD price this is, because I'm going to let Donald do his thing and see what he actually comes up with. And if he comes up with something great, it's going to be whatever he decides. If not, then I guess I'll just figure it out myself, and I'll just do I'll do an LTD, which is exactly the same as this one for each software. So I'll do this price, and it will be $99. And I don't want to sound like a rude asshole, but if you're not interested in that, then don't fucking buy it, because I've got plenty of other users that pay a monthly fee every single month to use the software, and I know that it's worth it. I know that this is worth an LTD of $500, because I know for a fact if you have any fucking wits whatsoever about you and how you do your sales content, that you use this software for a month and you'll get 5 or 6 new clients using this software if you have any wits whatsoever about you. So it's definitely worth the money. But I have no problem doing it on an LTD for also $99 for that software. So if that's too much for you, then get a better job, I guess, is all I can say. So that's all I can say. So anyways, hopefully this makes you understand on RoboContact. I don't want to spend a lot more time there because that's essentially what this software does. So you can see I stopped this campaign. You can tell I stopped it because none of these guys have actually got any information here, because I was doing a demo, and you can see it goes out here. You can see that it couldn't fill out this contact us form. One, because their fucking website sucks. That's why. Here's another one. It couldn't fill out this contact us form because it doesn't fucking exist anymore. Imagine that. So if we can't fill out the contact us form, then because it has a CAPTCHA on it like this, what we do is we just give you a link to it so that you can go in and manually fill those out. You can easily see the ones that we couldn't fill out, the ones that failed, or the ones that had a CAPTCHA. You can easily see those and just go in and fill those out manually if you want to. And to answer your question, the price is $99 unless 10 people buy, and then it drops to $89. If 20 people buy, it drops to $79. I feel like I said that like 5 or 6 times now already. So this is the price right here. How about this? That's it right there. So that's RoboContact. Not sure if you guys have any questions about RoboContact, but it's a pretty powerful software. It's about the same. Let me show it to you. You come in here, you create a campaign, you give a campaign name, LTD demo. You give a location, let's say St. Paul, Minnesota. Give another location, let's say Leesburg, Virginia. Give a keyword, lawyer. Give another keyword, douchebag. Although you probably won't get any results with that because these are businesses. Give the group of emails in case you're marketing multiple different things. You can check, hey, I want to use a Click Connect, or I want to use a restaurant bot. Give your profile group, who you're trying to generate the leads for, yourself, your different agents. Then you pick your options. Do you want to send the email and fill out the contact us form? Do you want to send an email only when the contact us form cannot be submitted? Do you want to send an email only and not fill out the contact us form? Do you want to send this data to Zapier? Do you want to send the data to Zapier? Do you want to run this immediately after you do the search, or do you just want to run the searches and run them later? So you go in, you spend a couple hours getting this set up, spend a couple hours, talking to a content writer or, coming up with content, however the fuck you do that shit. I don't know how to do that, but however you come up with great killer content, spend a couple of hours doing that. Then trust me, you come in here, you just run some campaigns. This software will get you more leads. This software will get you more sales. I guarantee that. Next, this invoicing platform. This is basically a Stripe aggregator. So this is an invoicing platform that you can use it to go in and essentially here's your dashboard. It shows you here's all the money that I sent out. Today I invoiced, $1,700 and only $500 of that has actually been paid. Have any issues? Ask the chatbot, tell the chatbot that you have an issue and the chatbot will actually help you. Here you can go in and actually create invoices for a person. You just give the person's name, email, what they're buying. If you have a custom subscription, a monthly subscription, you add that, you hit done, and it generates an invoice essentially like this one. Here's a standard invoice for software development services for one of my clients. You can see that they haven't paid it yet. All right. Here's that same person. Let's look and see. Here's that same person. Hey, all those are actually LTDs. Here's that same person with an invoice that's actually been paid. All right. So here's the same invoice that he paid last week. This one's actually paid. So this is for one of my clients that we do software development for. All right. So this allows you to create a generic invoice to send to your actual client. It allows you to create custom subscriptions, custom monthly subscriptions that you can put users on where they're going to be charged every single month. You can create product invoices if you want. Here's product invoices. All right. So these product invoices are essentially, let's see what one of them looks like. Looks like this. These things can be paid over and over and over again. So this allows you to sell products online in a very simple way. You can add your Facebook pixel. You can add, call to actions like proof scripts, stuff like that, third-party scripts, custom HTML, custom CSS. You can add on the actual invoices. Product invoices can be paid as many times as you want. Some pretty cool features here in these product invoices. You can create limited invoices. So for example, if I wanted, I could go in and say, hey, I am going to do an LTD. All right. So let's say RoboContact LTD. All right. So I'm just going to do this for you because I'm in a good mood and I want to show you how the software works. LTD for RoboContact. One. Be $59. Memo 0 LTD for RoboContact limited to 2 lucky people. All right. So add limit type quantity 2. Shit, not 20. All right. Here you can give an optional product URL. All right. So optional product URL would be something like, let's say I have another product invoice. LTD RoboContact 2. LTD for RoboContact quantity 1. This is going to be $79. And that's going to be 0 LTD for RoboContact. There's going to be a limit here on 3. All right. Now I'm going to get this guy right here. So this is $79. I'm going to go back to this first one right here, and I'm going to put that guy in there. All right. Now here's this guy. I'm going to drop this guy right in here. So that guy, if you guys want unlimited access to RoboContact, lifetime access, it's $59. 2 of you guys can go buy that. So that's limited to only 2 people. So after 2 people buy it, what will happen after 2 people buy it is it will say, hey, this offer has reached its limit. You can no longer purchase this. We recommend this other product that I gave the link to, and that one's $79, and there's a limit of 3 on that. So so if you want to know how much RoboContact is, well, if you're one of the if I gave you the link right there, if you're one of the first 2 people to go in and actually pay for this, if you're one of the first 2 people who goes in and actually pays this, you can get it lifetime value for $59. That's it. All right. After those 2 people buy it, then I'll let 3 more people have it just for $79. All right. After that, then it's not going to be that cheap. So that's what a limited invoice is. That's what you can do with the product invoice. Whenever you make them limited, you can limit them either by people or by time. You can limit them by purchases, or you can limit them by time and just set an expiration date and say nobody can buy these after this time. You can look at your product invoice list, and I can see that nobody's purchased that $59 yet, and nobody's actually purchased this $79 yet. So that I can see. All right. So let's see. We went over that. Couple other cool things is you can actually have hidden fields here. So you can actually pass in hidden fields in the URL parameter. So essentially you could do this, you know, UID equals XXX, and that will save that value to a hidden field. I use that for chatbots essentially, so that whenever you're in my chatbot and I want to sell you a product. So I part of what we do as a company is we build chatbots, and we build chatbots for affiliate marketers, and they use our products. They use this product. Essentially, they can sell their products in the chatbot, right in the chatbot with this software. And then as soon as the user actually pays, as soon as somebody pays, we can send the data back to the chatbot with those hidden fields so that they can unlock special content inside the chatbot for the user that actually paid. And they can pop in an affiliate ID, and you can track that as well. So you could track, essentially what you could do is you could do that. You could create, you could create an affiliate ID, and you could send users to this product invoice right here. And once they pay, then you can get a notification that this particular affiliate is attributed a new sale, and it makes attributing sales to affiliates really easy with the Zapier integration. All right, so that's what those hidden fields are for. That's what product invoices are for. You can go in and actually change the currency. These are all the different currencies that we support. So if you're in Australia, Canada, Euro, pounds, crones, whatever all this other shit is, we support all that stuff. All right, group invoices, that's what I created before. So group invoices are pretty straightforward. So let's say I'm going to do a software bundle deal, LTD. All right, let's say I want to do this. I don't really want to do this. Let's say I want to do this. All right. And I want to say this is LTD for a bundle of Tier 5 software. And you're going to get one of those. And let's say the price is going to be, I don't know what's a good price. I think $199 is a good price. So I'm going to go with that. All right. And let's say I want to get 10 people to sign up. And I'm going to give, if 10 people sign up, I'm going to give a 10% discount. All right. If I get 25 people to sign up, I'm going to give a $25 discount or a 25% discount. And if I get, let's say 50 people to sign up, I'm going to give, let's say a 50% discount. All right. This is essentially what a group invoice is and how you actually create a group invoice. You're going to go in. You can add a subscription if you want. You can add a custom subscription here. You can set an expiration date here, give your memo and generate it. And whenever you generate it, it's going to generate something just like this. All right. For example, here's one right here. I'll show you. This was for a lifetime deal on ChatVago. All right. Lifetime deal on ChatVago started out at like $47. And after 10 orders, it went down to $40. So you see the price dropped down to $40. If it would have hit 52 orders, the price would have dropped down to whatever that says, 32. All right. And you can see the price started out at 47. Right now, there was a $7 discount because that's a tier. This is really great if you're doing webinars and shit like I'm doing right now. You know, I could literally essentially go in and create this and, you know, set it to expire at the time that this webinar ends. And I can incentivize you guys and say, you know what, it's $99 if, you know, 10 of you guys buy, but if fucking 100 of you guys buy, the price is going to go down to, you know, $59. And it's great for you because you get a discount. It's great for me because I get a lot more fucking sales. I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, some asshole marketers told me that they really wanted me to build this functionality and asked me if I could really build this functionality because they were users of the platform, and they submitted a feature request, and I was like, fuck it. Seems pretty cool. Seems like it would be a little bit challenging, so we just built it. So works pretty good though. So like for example here, right here, want to see this? This is the LTD that I offered last time in your group. All right. Current price was $99, and this is what everybody paid was $99. Just literally, I launched in this same group. This is the first LTD where I came out of nowhere, and I was like, hey, you guys want access to all my software? You know, here's a really cheap price. And you guys are like, fuck this dude. Who's this douchebag? I mean, who's this software? It's all probably garbage. I can understand that you must not have understood the software because there's no sales content on the software because you don't know me from fucking Adam. I can understand all that. At the same time, I will just ask you guys to understand I really don't give a shit. I'm not good at marketing. I don't claim to be good at marketing. I don't do marketing. I'm an engineer. I do engineering. I do developing. I have no desire whatsoever to do marketing, even if it means I'm going to make $1 billion. I have no desire to actually do that shit. So I just don't do it. So anyways, this is a deal that I first gave you guys. It was 99 bucks. And I told you, you know, if 25 people signed up, it would drop. If 150 people signed up, it would drop down to $59. And I gave you access to all of this software, lifetime access to all of this software, which is all this software that we're talking about up here. So that is what group invoices are, all right? This guy also has a Zapier integration. So if you go to Invoicing You, you'll see that he has a trigger. He can trigger whenever a new product invoice is paid. So one of these product invoices that you have here, anytime somebody already bought one of those. Fucking awesome. See that? It was this guy right here. It was R. So let me just show you this. This is why I love chatbots so much, by the way. Just go to my little chatbot right here. You guys can try this if you want, but you'll probably not get any luck. That was not for text in bulk, right? That was for, pretty sure that was for Rocket Contact. Yep. So let's just say no to text in bulk. That's the email that I got. Yeah, it shows that. Is that correct? Yeah, that shows that. So look at there. I can almost guarantee that you just got an email. With logins to that software. I'm gonna go ahead and hook you up to that with that software since that was one I was giving away for free anyways. Because it's like I said, I don't do marketing, but all these marketers talk about like some fucking entry product or some shit like that to get people to start, you know, buying your shit. So this is that one. It's that like transactional bridge thing, that fucking free shit that I can give somebody for them to be like, yeah, this is awesome. I want to give this dude some money. So I gave you access to that one as well. Don't feel special because I give it to everybody for free. So. Just kidding. Feel special because you are fucking special. You're real special because you paid that invoice. So anyways, you should have already got your login information to both of those softwares. It's probably in your mail already if you check your mail. So anyways, those product invoices that you could see. So essentially I could create a Zap if I want to that will tie into this particular product invoice right here. Only one left at that $59 price. After that, then you're gonna have to pay $79, and there's only 3 of those. So, anyways, I could go in and essentially fetch product invoice, and whenever that invoice gets paid, I could just automatically create your logins if I want to. I can also trigger a Zap whenever new general invoices are paid as well, and then also there's There is also an Invoicing You trigger. or there's an action where you can actually create invoices on the fly. All right. So, to show you what that's like, for example, here's my chat bot right here. If I say Zapier, what email would you like the receipt sent to? Let's say john@thinkvaughn.com. And I just want you to notice in here, in all records, there is no there is a john@thinkvaughn.com right here. And I'm just going to archive that guy because he doesn't need to be there. So you can see there's no john@thinkvaughn right here. So I'm going to do that. All right. He's going to say, how much do you want the invoice for? Any particular, I'm just going to say, $169. All right. So that you guys know that that's a generic value that I just randomly came up with. What currency do you want this in? Any particular currency you guys want to see this in? Let's go with Great British Pound, since that's the most fucking valuable currency that there is on the market right now. And you can see here's a custom invoice that was just generated by Zapier inside my chatbot. So you can see it is for 169 Great British Pounds. If I want to make that payment, you can see there's a little E sign for Great British Pounds, 169 Great British Pounds for John@thinkvaughn. And if you look inside here and you just refresh that, you'll see there's that invoice for John Vaughn. That literally just got created dynamically from my freaking chatbot with this Zapier extension right here. All right. So that's what that is. There's also, I forgot to show it to you, but there's also a RoboContact. There's also a RoboContact Zapier integration, and this is whenever a new trigger is submitted. So, for example, what you could do is you could do this right here. You could essentially do this. You could say, hey, whenever I get a new lead from RoboContact and I find a lead and I submit the form, I can go in with Zapier. That data will get sent to Zapier right here in this trigger. I can import him right into Text in Bulk into one of my leads. So essentially, here's this. You can see here's your guy coming from RoboContact. As soon as you generate that lead in RoboContact and you submit the Contact Us form or you send out an email, you can essentially grab that guy through Zapier and then pop him on one of your lists in Text in Bulk, and then just essentially put him on some campaign and even further automate your marketing process. So between those two tools, if you can't get new clients, you should quit your fucking job and go work for somebody else and not try to generate clients, because you probably suck at it real bad. So, or maybe you're good. I don't know. So don't mind me because I'm an idiot. So essentially, whenever Text in Bulk, whenever RoboContact, talked about invoicing you, all of which really awesome softwares. This one right here, use Link Wizard. All right. This is a link management software. This one I'm not really going to talk about so much because I'm not asking you for money for it. I gave it to you for free. But also a pretty cool software. So essentially what you can do in here, here's all your different links. You can go in and actually create a link. Here's a link. Like, for example, I could come in here to my product invoice, to this product invoice list, and I could grab this guy right here. And I could pop that link in there, and I can say, LTD RoboContact. All right, I can add my Facebook pixel. If I want to add a Facebook pixel, I can add my Google pixel. I can tag the guy if I want to tag him, LTD. So now I can search for him. I can add a description. I can also either pull in the original link preview, or I can customize the link preview, and I can say, hey, I want to use a custom image. And then I'm going to come over here to images somewhere, and I can use a custom title, some custom title, some custom description. I can't spell worth a shit. And then I can just shorten that link. And I can't have these guys in there, I guess. Is the thing. Not allowed to have those guys. So here's my link right here. Now, sometimes, unfortunately, you actually have to go into Facebook twice because of how Facebook scrapes. There's your custom title, there's your custom description, and sometimes you just actually have to do this 2 times in order for Facebook to actually pull in the image. So you just need to do it again, and then it'll pull in the image. And maybe one more time, you got to do it for him to actually pull in the image for some reason. And I can't really tell you why that happens. That's some shit that Facebook does. So sometimes they read it, sometimes they don't. Can't really tell you why. So this guy is just a URL. I mean, you can go in and actually see all the information about the link clicks, where the links are coming from. You can even create a little ad if you want. You can create some ad. Like that. And then now whenever somebody clicks on that link, they're going to see your little ad there for some time before they get redirected to the link. All right. So that's what that guy is. Just a URL shortener. He's like Pixel Me. We are building a Zapier integration and an Integromat integration for this guy right now, but he's pretty simple. He's a URL shortener, but pretty powerful compared to other URL shorteners. Let's see what else. This guy's really cool. This guy's a magic zap. This guy's really hard to explain to some people, but really, really powerful. So let's take, for example, this guy right here. All right. Chatvago.com. All right. Let's not look at this one. Let's look at this one right here. All right. You see this guy right here. He's pretty straightforward. He allows me to do stuff like this. I can do this. F name equals John and L name equals Vaughn. And I can load up that page. And you can see it says, hi, John Vaughn. See that? I can change this to Bob. And we'll say, hey, John Bob. So this guy allows you to essentially create dynamic content on your websites by filling out data on your website with URL parameters, okay? I built it specifically, honestly, I built it specifically for chatbots. So it works real wonders in chatbots, and I'll show you why. I got another one of these guys right here. This guy right here, I'm pretty sure. All right. So if I go name, email, phone, all right? Let me go to text in bulk. Let me come in here and sign out real quick. All right. Now, let me just do this and go to some incognito window. Now you can see the text in bulk page. Oh shit, there's Dick. Sorry, Dick. You're not allowed there. All right, so essentially here, let's look here. I've got name, email, and phone. So essentially I can say name equals John Vaughn and email equals john@thinkvaughn.com and phone equals 812-820-1111. And you can see my form right here is pre-filled for me, all right? You can see I don't have to fill out that form. There's another form on here too, down here. It also gets pre-filled, all right? So I use this in the chat bot, all right? So essentially this guy also has a Zapier integration right here, Magic App, whenever a new Zap triggers. So essentially what's going to happen in Zapier, I can create this Zap right here. It's called Invoicing You. And inside here, I need to find some account right here, I'm pretty sure. Here, I should find some Invoicing You right here. So now this guy has a required parameter up here of MID. So essentially what that means, if I send somebody to this URL and I put and MID equals anything here, as soon as that user goes to that URL, this zap is going to fire right here, and it is going to take with it this domain. It is going to take the client's IP address, and it is also going to take an array of all these key value pairs right here and hand them over to Zapier. I use that in my chatbot, for example. Let me show you why. Let me show you why this is important and what's great about this, because maybe it's hard for you to understand. I'll demonstrate it from my chatbot in case you can't understand. Here is Magic Zap right there. Here is Chat Fuel demo. All right. So let me go to my chatbot right here and say Magic Zap. All right. Let me come here and log out of this software. Now you can see all I've done is put a keyword there. I'm going to click this button right here called Learn More. All right. Now this website right here has a Magic Zap script installed on the website. So I'm going to go to this About page. I'm going to check this About page out. I'm going to go to this FAQ page, and I'm going to check this FAQ page out. So essentially, I've went to 3 pages. I went to the home page, I went to the About page, I went to the FAQ page. Now I'm done. Now I'm done with that website. All right. Now Zapier, this guy is going to fire in here. All right. So this guy is going to fire, and look, my chatbot's getting text messages. I see you just visited my website, invoicingyou.com. I see you just visited my website, invoicingyou.com. /about us. I see that you just visited my website, invoicingyou.com /FAQ. I've also just inferred your location as Kolkata, India. Whoop-de-fucking-do. That's where I'm sitting at right now. So yes, that is my location. So essentially what I've done, so you can see it easier here, not Magic Zap. Let's go to text in bulk. Essentially all I've done is I've sent the user to that URL, and I've put in this MID right here for the chatbot user. And in Magic Zap, I'm saying, hey, if there exists an MID field, fire off this zap right here. All right. This particular zap right here is the one that gets fired off, whatever one that I set. And then also, if you find an element, an HTML element that has the name of fname, then you need to pre-populate that with whatever data is in the URL parameter, like I showed you guys over here. All right. This guy, if you look at this guy, he has a name of name. You see that? He's got a name of name, and this guy has a name of name. All right. This guy also has an email here, and the email's name is email. So if you find HTML attribute with the name of name, essentially do what I'm telling you to do, pre-populate the data. All right. So now essentially I've got users in my chatbot. I've collected their phone number. I've collected their email address. I've collected all this information about them. I want to send them to an order form, and the order form asks them for their name, for their phone number, for their email address. It's redundant data. I don't want them to fill it out again. I want it to be pre-populated, so they just click a button. Or I want to do like I showed you over here on Chatvago, wherever that was. I want to send the user to my website, and I want to reference their actual name. So from my chatbot, I'm going to send the user to a website, and I want, whenever they get on the website, to have some data there that makes the website, you know, personalized to them. So it allows me to do that. So hopefully you understand what Magic Zap does. It's pretty cool. So hopefully you actually understand that. So essentially, we've went through RoboContact, we went through text in bulk, we went through invoicing you, we went through use link wizard, we went through Magic Zap. So let's just add these guys back. Text in bulk here, RoboContact, use link wizard, invoicing you. These guys we've all actually went through already. All right. Digital employee ID. For this guy, I need to come over here and actually find the login information. Because even I don't have the login information right now. So here's some login information. I probably shouldn't be putting this all over Facebook. So let me, motherfucker. Just so you guys know, if you guys ever see that token mismatch, that's actually that's not any problem. That's not an issue. It's actually a built-in security functionality. All these forms right here have a security token that is generated whenever you load up the page, and after some time it expires, which keeps people from hacking into the website. All right. So those tokens, if you see those, just refresh the page because your security token has expired. So it's an error that a lot of people think is an error, but it's actually supposed to be there. It's a security mechanism. So this is a platform that essentially allows you to go in and issue digital employee IDs. All right. So this guy has one single employee. I can view this employee's ID and here's his actual ID. So you can go in and set up this template, how you actually want it to look, and you can issue this employee ID to people. And then the cool thing is you can also track people. So we use beacons. So we actually use these guys, smo.com. We use these guys. They're a really low energy Bluetooth beacon. So they're called a smart beacon. They don't require any pairing with the device whatsoever. And you can talk to them and they allow you to get a proximity location. So we integrate with these beacons. So essentially, if you would actually look here and view all logs, you would be able to see every single thing that this employee has done. So you can see where they go in your business, if they go into the bathroom, if they go into the HR office. You can create task beacons and allow these guys to actually go in and, open up the magnetic lock to your facilities or perform other tasks based on interacting with these beacons. So essentially pretty straightforward software. It allows a company to sign up and you can go in, create employees, and you can create different categories of employees, students, visitors, faculty, staff, whatever types of categories you want. You can give the categories different types of designs for the ID card, so you can, in a lean mechanism, easily through a visual mechanism, understand what type of ID card you're actually looking at. You can create the IDs, and then you can essentially issue them to the mobile device. These IDs are issued on a mobile device. We have an Android app and we have an iOS app in which these IDs are loaded, so you no longer have to give a physical ID. And then, like I said, you can get these beacons, and you can place these beacons inside your office, inside your facilities, and you can literally track where your employees go. So I can see that this guy, even though he only has one employee, I can just look and go see his logs, or I can disable beacons from him. I can go in and say, hey, this guy doesn't need any beacons enabled. So I've got all these different beacons here. I don't want him to interact with this beacon. Let's say I've got an HR beacon in my HR room, and I don't want to constantly get a log that my HR is in the HR office. So no fucking shit. She's the HR. Of course, she's in the HR office. So I just go disable that beacon, the HR beacon, so that I don't get a log, every time she goes into her own damn office. But I can go here and I can look for this particular employee. Here's all the logs. And here's all the interactions. These interactions are literally tasks. Whenever he comes within range of a beacon, you see he was presented a task, want any service? He said no. He was presented this task, how is life? And he said no. Here, how is life? He said yes, all right? So he actually performed this task. These tasks, you can essentially, if you were to actually go into these beacons, all right, here's a task beacon right here. Whenever somebody does, so here's a task, all right, this is adding a beacon, this is going to be a task beacon, so whenever the dude gets in range of this beacon, this is going to actually fire, and if he says yes, then essentially you can call an endpoint. So you can go in and make an HTTP GET or an HTTP POST request. I use this in correlation with this guy. So literally in our office, we have one of these. This thing's called a particle photon. It's really fucking cool. It's a lightweight MCU. It's like an Arduino, a really lightweight Arduino with an embedded. It's got an embedded Wi-Fi. It's got an embedded Wi-Fi module right here. So essentially, this guy's an MCU. So he's like a little microcontroller that has a publicly available API. So essentially, I have this guy hooked into a relay that's hooked into the magnetic lock in our door. We have an electromagnetic lock on our door, and the leads, the hot wires to the electromagnetic lock, they run into a relay, which is just, you know, electronic engineering talk for a fucking switch. That switch is connected to this MCU right here, and essentially, I've got a beacon, and it's called a door beacon. It's called a front door beacon. And there is a task that says, do you want to open the door? And if the user types yes, then I just basically call an endpoint on that particle device, and I pass a key and authorization token, and that essentially shuts down the relay for 5 seconds so that the door can open and the person can actually get access into my facilities. All right. So anyways, if you come back over here, you can see all the logs, everything that he did just for this particular employee, or you can go to any particular beacon and you can look at the log just for that particular beacon, or you can look at all the logs if you want. So that's completely up to you. All right. So that's in a nutshell what this software does. It's pretty cool. It allows you to do all this. Corporate confessions. This is an anonymous confession portal. So essentially you can come in here and you can register for an account. Once you register for an account, you'll get a company ID, and all your employees can download our application on the iOS store or on the Android store. They download their application, they put in your unique company ID, and they have an anonymous confession portal where they can say, hey, I think my CEO is a douchebag. I really want to punch him in the face. They can say that. It's completely anonymous. They don't have to worry about me finding out who that asshole is that said that shit about me and firing his ass, because that's what I would do. But I can't do it because everything is truly, completely anonymous. It is a complete anonymous confession portal for companies. So you can see this is kind of what it looks like here. Employees can go in and they can make these anonymous confessions. You can click on the confession. You can either promote those confessions or you can fire those confessions, which is like a like and dislike button. And then, you know, you can comment on them and have a whole little discussion thread. So if you've got somebody, and let's say you got somebody and they're eating all the lunch from the refrigerator, they can go in and make a confession. So not a lot of utility really here, other than the fact that it's a nice little thing for a company to be able to have their own little application and be able to have an anonymous portal where they can get feedback from their employees. So we built this for ourselves. We built this. We use it as a company. Our employees go in and they, you know, bitch about policies. Like we just a couple months ago, we changed the structure of our bonus policies. We have an incentive policy and we changed the structure of that. We have a loan program here where employees can take loans. We also changed that policy and how it's structured. So guess what? My employees are inside this application and they're just confessing that, you know, we're real assholes for changing this. They wish we wouldn't have changed this. They wish we wouldn't have changed that. So that's essentially what this software does. Domain leads, this software allows you to essentially target a domain, let's say Trump, or target a country, target a state or a zip code, target a date range, select select extensions, and then essentially go in and look all the leads that I got back from this search. I got back a whole lot of leads from that search. I got back 3,165,579 leads from running this search right here. So this, like I said, pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward what this software does. This software allows you to go in and find domain leads. So you just go in and run a search, run that search, you'll get domain leads back. This software allows you to set up campaigns if you're selling products or services. and you want to run affiliate marketing campaigns. So you can essentially go in, you can see all your affiliates here. You have a list of affiliates that you can go in and actually see. Here's all your affiliates down here. Fuck me. What is my login? Not sure. So you can see your different affiliates that you have. You can go in and look. You can log in as that person. See, this is what the affiliate dashboard looks like. They got a little link here that they can just copy, and they can share that link all over the little internet, or they can come over here and they can put it in here and get a little short URL and then see it all over the internet. They can see, you know, earnings per click, unique clicks, how many customers they have, what their conversion rate is, how many refunds have been there, sales, commissions. They can see all that, so they can see the balance, the commission that's been paid to them, how much is actually due for them. They can see all their sales if they have any sales, and they can download and export that information. So you can do the same thing. You can see your sales. You can see how much you need to actually pay out somebody. Let's return back to that admin dashboard. But this is just a software to be able to run affiliate marketing promotions, all right? That's why it's called affiliatemarketingpromotions.com. I'm not a marketer, not a salesperson, but I thought that affiliatemarketingpromotions.com would possibly be a good domain for an affiliate marketing software that allows you to do affiliate marketing. So not really sure. Maybe it's a shit-ass fucking domain. I don't really care because, like I said, I'm not really into that sales and stuff. Filter by your different campaigns. You can filter by particular affiliates. So if you want to see just one affiliate, what they've done, that affiliate has done 4 clicks, but look, they got a 50% conversion rate because that's me, and they're fucking badass. All right. So you can see all that actual information. And you can go in, set up as many campaigns as you want. It's relatively easy to set up campaigns. You just hit add campaign and you go through this process. Relatively straightforward. So in a nutshell, that's a lot of our software products. We're building more. So the next 2 software products that we're going to be releasing is Chatvago. So this is one of the next softwares that we're going to be releasing. The beta is actually releasing very soon. This is a custom backend and analytical platform for chatbots. So I've got a bunch of chatbot clients. I've got like 600 students that pay me $99 a month to have access to these softwares. They pay a monthly fee to have access to these softwares, 5 of them. I do like a 5 software package because a lot of these softwares are really good for chatbots. I've made modifications to them to make them work amazing with chatbots and be able to build advanced chatbots that nobody else can build easily because they don't have access to these softwares. So I got like a little package of softwares for the chatbots, and I do chatbot trainings, and I have like 600 students, and they pay $99 a month for access to these softwares and access to my training materials. All right. And they are the target audience for this next software, which is Chatvago, which, like I said, is a complete custom backend and analytical platform. It allows you to build chatbots on ManyChat, ChatFuel, FlowX, any platform that you fucking want. You can build a chatbot on, and you can come sign up for this software and get a custom backend so that you can give that backend access to your client, and your client can see if you're building chatbots for clients. Your client can see the custom analytical data. They can see like the analytics and your performance on the chatbot. They can see all their subscribers, and they can send out broadcast messages to their subscribers. And then I seen something even in this group the other day here. I seen something that was about, it was something about push notifications through the browser. And I seen there, it was either in this group or some other fucking group that I'm a member of that I'm about to get kicked out of, probably, because I get kicked out of so many groups because I have a fucking amazing personality. That's why. That's really what's going on. I have a real awesome personality, and people get intimidated of me or something. I don't really know what's going on, but I get kicked out of a lot of fucking groups. But I seen in some group that everybody was really excited about this software that can do like push notifications through the browser really, really easily. And you can sign up and you can add a little code to your website, and your website users can click a button and then you can send them out push notifications anytime you want. Well, we're building that too as well, and we're releasing that. And then we're also have another one that's going to be done by the end of this next week, which is essentially another chatbot platform, which is essentially like a platform that allows you to easily add AI through Dialogflow to ChatFuel chatbots. So anyways, we got a bunch of software. So I showed you a lot of it. If you have questions, then just, you know, ask them. I'll try not to be an asshole, and I will try to answer them for you. I did give you a link to these LTDs. So I'm going to look at this one and see. There's still one of those available at $59. So there's still one of these available for RoboContact. $59. My minimum price is $47 a month is what I charge people. So that link in here is for a one-time fee of $59. There's only one more of those available. Once that one's available, you won't be able to actually purchase it. And then after that one, you'll be redirected to this one for $79, and there's only 3 of those available. All right. I don't mind doing an LTD for everything, honestly, but to think that I'm gonna give you guys access to this for $99. Hopefully you guys can understand that that's not really a good deal for me. I mean, for you guys, it's a great fucking deal, but it doesn't really do much for me. And honestly, the whole point of running these LTDs is so that I can not have to fucking bother myself and trying to come up with the marketing material for any of these softwares, so that I can just give the money that I get from the LTDs to some marketing dudes, and then they can just go do the marketing shit, and I can get the users that are just paying monthly fees, so that I can go. I mean, our goal for Tier 5, I got 40 engineers that work here. Within the next 2 years, I want to have 250 engineers working for this company. I know it's totally possible. This is I mean, literally, this software right here should be making $150,000 a month easily for this software. Because this software is totally worth $50 a month. If you don't think it's worth $50 a month, you're fucking crazy. And I don't care if you kick me out of your group for saying that or not, because it's just the fucking God's honest truth. It's totally worth that. But why is it not getting that? Well, because we don't do marketing. I don't have any passion for marketing. I don't care about sales content. I mean, I care about the money that it would yield, because how it would transform Tier 5 and how it would transform our company, where we could be a product-based company. I mean, like I said, I showed you our GitHub repo, right? And you could see, I mean, we have so many different projects, and most of what everybody does at Tier 5 is we work on other companies' software. I don't really want to do that. I don't want my engineers to do that. I want to keep kicking out badass softwares like this. But in order to do that, we got to get enough service revenue. We got to get enough revenue coming in from these products. Well, in order to do that, I got to get marketing done. Or I got to do it myself. I don't want to do it myself, because honestly, I have no passion for it. It's so boring to me. Like, literally, this little document right here, see this little document that is something that a marketer told me I needed to provide him for him to be able to actually do his job on invoicing you and provide the marketing plan, the sales content, the design, and get everything ready to do ads and get users into the platform. This thing took me 4 days to do, and I'm a product expert, because, I mean, this entire software was built out of ideals in my head. Every one of these softwares actually were built out of ideals in my head. Why did it take me 4 days to do this? Because I'm not interested in doing it. I don't want to fucking do this shit. I want to be building. What do I want to be doing? I literally want to be doing this right here. I mean, this is the shit that I want to be doing. I want to be writing code. That's what I want to be doing. I want to be building new software. I don't want to be doing marketing stuff. So to cover the marketing stuff, that's the only reason I'm actually offering the LTDs. So yeah, I'm all for having an affiliate program, but I also don't actually want to set that up, man. I don't want to spend my time setting that up because I don't have a passion for that. If I could find a competent person that could really convince me that they could go in and do all the necessary steps to come up with all the materials for an affiliate program and recruit affiliates and get that product up and going, I'd love to partner with that motherfucker. But whenever that motherfucker tells me that, yeah, I can do it, but I need you to do this, and all this shit, John, well, I'm just going to give the same response. I don't want to fucking do that. I just don't want to do that. I'd much rather just go develop stuff. And if that means I'm going to have much less money, then I'm going to have much less money because I'm just not interested in doing any of that stuff whatsoever. I'm not interested in doing any type of marketing. I already do sales to get our clients that pay us money to do software engineering, and I'm really uninterested in that. So the whole purpose of the LTDs is to generate and finance the marketing campaigns that we need to actually get the proper exposure to these products and polish off the front end, which is a lot of what you guys said, you had issues with, the front end is garbage, the design's fucking garbage. Whoop-de-doo, I know that already because everyone here is a software engineer. We don't care so much about design. We don't care so much about sales conversion. We don't care so much about sales copy. We care about functionality and building software that works and building software that's amazing. Now, we should really care about the other stuff, I guess, because that's the key to liberty, but honestly, we just can't find it in ourselves because we're engineers and that stuff just doesn't bother us and we're just not good at it, so we don't want to do it. Hence the LTDs. Anyways, if you have any questions about the software, you just go in and ask me questions. Hopefully you've understood them all. I've showed you quite a bit of them. So if you have any questions, you just ask. I did give you guys an LTD. See, none of you guys actually signed up. And if you don't sign up, that's fine with me as well. Because I'm not going to die without your money. Without your money, I'm either going to have to spend service revenue. I'm either going to have to spend service revenue to do the marketing, or we're just going to have really, really slow organic growth. I'm not going to get marketing done, and we're going to have a really, really slow growth in our actual products. And I'm totally fine with that because I'm not so strapped for cash. I mean, we make a good amount of money from our service revenue, and we sustain ourselves as a company. We've been, I started this company from the ground up with no outside investment. I've built it to everything it is with blood, sweat, and tears. We've never operated in the red. I've never taken out a loan from a bank or from a friend or a relative. The only types of loans I've taken is I've got new clients and I've charged them to build shit. So if you guys think the softwares will help you and you think they'll be valuable, then by all means, take advantage of the LTD. If you don't, then by all means don't. It's not going to hurt my feelings. If I say something or do something that offends you, then, in all honesty, I'll go ahead and apologize for it right now because I most likely will because I'm an asshole. And I'm not an asshole, to be quite frank. I'm not an asshole. I just have a very completely different view on life and on reality than what most people do because most people are fucking stupid, and I have a really low tolerance for that because I'm a genius level person. So if I offend you, I'm sorry that you're so stupid that you let another person offend you. That's my take on that, to be quite honest. If you get offended by something that I do, then really my take is you're a weak little person that lets other people manipulate you, and you should probably fucking get over that because you'll get a lot farther in your life. But to be PR friendly, I'll just go ahead and apologize and say, if I offend you, I'm really sorry. If you just send me a message or, poke me and say, hey, John, you're an asshole, or I wish you wouldn't have said this or done this, I'll apologize, and I'll make a conscious effort not to do it in the future if I know it bothers you. But anyways, hopefully you understand the softwares. If you have any questions whatsoever, then, you just ask them. So that's it, though, man. I actually got to go smoke, and I got to try to do a little bit of work. I'm about to have a whole office full of people, and I need to make sure everybody has work to do whenever they get in here. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for buying, too, by the way. I really do appreciate the investment that you make into Tier 5. I know it is actually an investment from your perspective, and it is an investment from my perspective as well. So I really do appreciate that. Even if you don't buy anything, I appreciate any feedback whatsoever that you could give. I appreciate that as well. Anyways, have a good day. I'm leaving.